Hello everyone, and welcome back in to North of 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North of 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of-the number 7. Today we got for you the 2025 Topps Series 2 Baseball Hobby. Case break number 10 here on June the 18th. Let us know in the chat who are we looking for today. 12 boxes to look for some bangers. Last box we had 2 dual relics. Major League material. Let's see if we hit one of those short print rookies, maybe the All Kings. Also saw a heavy lumber for Arenado. Let's see what we've got. Good luck, everyone. Box number 1. Silver pack. Want to hear from the people. Who are we looking for in this one? Also keep an eye on it, those multiplayer cards, or at least here's his multiplayer card. If it does not say a team card, then it is usually assigned to a specific player, like a Gunnar Henderson, the Texas Taters, about the Home Run Derby. Few cards in the last one. Mets celebrating, that went to the Brandon Nimmo spot. There's Freddie Freeman and Mookie hugging. That's 2 in blue, I believe it's called. That's a Mookie card. There might have been another one, but those are. This one's to be aware of. Oh, Royals, and it was Salvador Perez. Ooh. And that card reminded me that not only is he the captain of his team, which I feel like most teams should, it's a ceremonial thing, but it's kind of cool to have a captain. But he wears the actual C, which I really respect. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, box number 1. Good luck, everyone. Job. Felix Bautista. One of those almost unhittable pitchers in MLB The Show. Green. Just nasty stuff he's got. Summer Superstars, Matt Olson. Jackie Robinson. Riley Green. Five of 14. The Giants team card. Going into the all-team spot. James Wood. Dynamic duos, Corey Seager, Adrian Beltre. Randomized for those at the end. Should see a few. Major League material. It is David Festa. Oh, Festa, Major League material. Yelich. Alcantara. Alvarez. Mookie. Gavin Williams of Kloppenstein. Silver. Manny Machado, Royce Lewis, Mickey Mantle, and Roki Sasaki. Box number 2. See one Mr. Shohei Ohtani back on the bump against the Padres. I love it. Love to see it in a rivalry game. Through an inning. I mean, looked rusty. I think it's pretty fair. There's only so many. I mean, I think he's been throwing simulated bullpen since August, September of last year. But none of those, a rehab stint, none of those are going to compare to being back on the bump in a major league game, and especially against the Padres lineup, like they got him for I think one earned run through an inning, but he's gonna work himself back up, and I think come playoff time maybe he's more of a, I don't want to say opener, but you know, I don't know if they need to stretch him out before, like, I mean, not that the Angels stretched him out as a bad thing, but it was just he was that good of a pitcher that they made a whole entire rule for him that he could still be the DH even when they took him out. And it is hopefully going to lead to the next generation of at least trying to be two-way guys. At one point, I'm pretty sure on his first Bowman, Jack Caglione was listed as a first baseman pitcher. Obviously has transitioned from that, but was made the majors nonetheless. Played a little DH, some right field, first base. At least you know in those blowout games, if they put him in the game, he can pump some gas. Box at number 2. /71/74. It is Marcus Stroman. Black parallel for Stroman. Boom. Kirby got that upside down. Devers. There's Dale Murphy, 1990 All-Star Auto. Or Dale Murphy. Google. 1/10/150. This is the Pittsburgh Pirates team card. There we go, another hit there for the all-team spot. Snyder, Mickey Mantle, dynamic duos. Lopez, McGuire, future stars, Zach Geloff, 12/39/2025. Skeens. Gunner. Rodriguez. Nato. Sasaki. Butler. Ted Williams. Randy Johnson. Ronald Acuna Jr. Hunter Green. Box 3. Box 3. Oscar. Madrigal. There is Duke Ellis. Gold in a mirror and the image variation. Looks like a combination of a few Yankees. Duke Ellis. Kind of looks like Luke Weaver and Ben Rice at the same time. Second break in a row, Golden Mirror Yankee. Ohtani, Mookie Betts, dynamic duos. Alonso. Ellie. Six of 39. NL Speed Demons unite. Tovar. He had 2 home runs last night. Rockies bright spot. Otherwise, a cloudy season. Contreras. There's Matt Olson, 1990 All-Star Relic. Going to the Olson spot. Correa. Acuna. Got some gold. It is Jose Iglesias. 660 of 2025. Jose Iglesias. Koufax. Snell. Carroll, O'Neal Cruz, Skeens, and George Brett on the green. 31 of 99. 1990 All-Star, George Brett. I picture George Brett, all I can remember is him running on the field at Yankee Stadium, yelling at an umpire. I feel like I always remember the story wrong, but I thought it was a corked bat. Might have been something else though. But he was none too pleased in that moment. You know what? I don't blame him. With ABS on the way, which I assume the umpire is still just gonna stand there. If we're doing automatic balls and strikes, or if it's challenge system. Personally, I kind of just prefer the robot strike zone. At this point, it seems too, I don't know, like, inconsistent umpire to umpire. Because, like, the bad umpires are the ones that are getting, like, 85 to 89% of the calls right. But then some of those misses are just brutal. So, have the strike zone. You know, it can be personalized to everyone. And there's no more human eye looking at it. Like, you as a fan watching it at home can see the strike zone that they put on TV, which is probably misleading in itself. But just take away that human element. A human element isn't going to be able to see the human element is being able to see the call at first base. Seeing a tag. Seeing if it goes foul. But the strike zone is just too, like, they're looking at it from the worst angle possible. When a robot will just look and go, this is the strike zone, it either was in or out of the strike zone. Nothing else that goes into it. Not worried about some manager yelling at them either. Just calling balls and strikes. Kershaw. Oscar. There's Cade Povich in the 1990 auto for Povich. Sasaki. Where's the home field advantage of Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Home field advantage of Vladdy Jr. And one of my personal favorite City Connects. I have no idea what building is on the right side of that. Soto. Gunner. Duos, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette. Which they are probably running into a Bichette situation contract-wise. So Noah, do you pay him? Do you let him walk? Isaac Paredes, 58 of 74. Black parallel, Paredes. Gomber. Suzuki. Cutter Crawford. 644 of 2025. Contreras, Aqua Rainbow, Mantle. Noah, Alonso, Teoscar, Mookie Betts. Box number 5, closing in on our halfway mark. Ben Kasparius, 1176 of 2025. Woodcomb, pink foil, Sasaki. Basso. Mike Schmidt, Trey Turner. Dynamic Duos. Correa. City Connect. Relic, it is Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie City Connect relic. And probably, I would argue, the most boring of them all. Like, it looks like the regular jersey. Just swap out the St. Louis with the Lou. But I Doc City Connects all day. J-Rom. Astros really went 2 for 2. Lewis. Machado. Summer Superstars. Taiwan Walker. Sale. Tani. Freeman. Silver. DeCenzo, Tani, Zebby Matthews, Jeter. Box 6, halfway markup break. Box number 6. Ryan Feltner. Team color order. Variation Feltner. Reyes. Oh, there's a nice Steven Kwan on the acetate. 4 of 10. Clear Kwan. Nice one there. One of the most reliable bats in the game. That one up there. Nice one for Kwan. And the dynamic duos, Tani Sasaki. Saki, Carroll. Frelick. Carroll. Harper. Maya. Skeens. Merrill. There is George Springer. City Connect Relic number 48 of 50. City Connect Relic Springer. Mookie. '94 of '99. It is a Bryce Miller. Green Miller. Thomas. Cameron Future Stars. Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker, Frank Thomas, Zach Nato. Into the second half of our case. Major League Material, Yordan Alvarez. Devers. Taiwan Walker. 571 of 2025. Bellinger. 1 at 10 of 150. Reynaldo Lopez. Daniel Schneemann. Team color border. Junior, All-Star. So our superstars, Alvarez. JC. Salvador Perez. Dynamic duos, Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto. Jeter. Cruz. Grichuk. Thomas. Must be Seager. Ricky Henderson, Kevin Alcantara, Shota Imanaga, Brent Rooker. Boxes to go on this one. This seeing Vladdy up there is very interesting with the resurgent Blue Jays, I guess we'll call them. The bullpen has had a couple surprises, you know, Little, Fluharty. Last time I looked, they were second in the division, and the other two teams occupying the other wild card spots were Tampa Bay and Boston. Which is hilarious to think in a division where only four of the five teams could make the playoffs. And if the season had ended in that moment that I was looking, the only team not to make it would have been the Orioles. Would have been fascinating to know what kind of odds were on that because, you know, they're this young offensive team that has had a brutal start. Their pitching is terrible, and it has allowed like, it's not going to be nice to say this word, but the mediocre teams in the division past them, at least for this year. And it feels like a lost season, but then people are turning around throwing a fake Gunnar Henderson trade where it was Gunnar, I think it was just Gunnar for Painter, Aiden Miller, and Alec Boehm from Philadelphia, which that would be the panic of all panic moves if you're Baltimore to get rid of your best player. I think it was just, I didn't look at the post. It could have been from like a Philadelphia fan or a Philadelphia podcast that was trying to make up a trade like that. And as good as I like Painter, I think Miller's going to be pretty good. But that's A, not enough, and B, not the time to trade away your best player. Or like Adley Rutschman panic trades so they could bring up Basalo. Imanaga, at least that makes a little more sense when, if you're the Orioles, you moving Holiday over to short instead of Gunnar. 143 of 150. There's a Frankie Montas. There you go, kind of. I mean, that out of 10 is very nice. J-Ron, I'm glad to create some almost concern. You don't want actual concern, but that's awesome. Congrats. And a great story to go with it. Major League material. It is Aaron Judge. As the Yankees are now in their dry spell, it is pretty rough. 4 straight games without a run. That's not what you want to see. Churiel, but hopefully, at least in my eyes, they're getting it out of the way earlier this year. Last year was like July, August. Freeman, where they just decided to go ice cold. James Wood. Byron Buxton. Rooker. Lindor, Pete Alonso. Tucker. Kierstead. Lindor. Mookie. Silver, Hank Aaron. Will Wagner. Arenado. Michael Harris. R4 to go. 9. Mays. 61 of 74. The black parallel. Rise Otani Ozuna. National League average leaders. On the one which we'll randomize at the end. Marte. Vlad Jr. Woodruff. Cruz. Soto. '90 All-Star Relic Xander Bogaerts. Duran. Vientos. Rally. Tanya. Seiya Suzuki. Shota Imanaga. Lindor. On the All-Star, Yastrzemski, Willie Mays, Jackie Robinson, 55 of 199. 1990 All-Star, Jackie Robinson. Three boxes to go. boxes to go. Arenado. Strider. I think with Rosario. 690 of a 2025. Rutschman. Rocker. Dynamic duos. Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado. .202 of 250. Darrell Hernandez. So Tigers. Quartet won't forget. See which the quartet that is. Turner. Scooble. 3 Cubs in a row. Andy Vasquez. I think that's our third team color border of this break. Baseball Stars auto. It is a Richard Fitz. Junior. Cruz. Rooker. Cruz, Pujols, Rocker, Julio Rodriguez. Elite ultimate box of break. Sox. Ortiz. Judge. $215 of $250. The White Sox team card. Oh, all team spot. Harris. Gunner. 24 of 25 in the orange. It is Noelvi Marte. Marte orange. Team, the New York Mets. J-Rom. Yamamoto. City Connect Relic. Is it Garrett Mitchell? That is a 9 of 10. Garrett Mitchell City Connect Relic. Nice one there. Nice one out of 10. Garrett Mitchell. Schwarber, Sasaki, Ryan, Quan. Yes, Diaz. 5 at 23 of 2025. J-Rod, Kenneth Griffey Jr. Stein. Turner, Freddie Freeman, Ricky Henderson, Kevin Alcantara. That will bring us here to the last box here in our break. Last box Magic. Last box here in our break. Last box of Magic Mojo. Let's find it. Aaron. Chipper in pink. 1990 All-Star. Arenado. And the 1990 auto, it is Will Smith. Getting hitty with it. Will Smith. Alonso. Home field advantage. It is Trey Turner. Take a look at that one. The Liberty Bell would be there. Home field advantage. Trey Turner. Turner spot, home field advantage. Holiday. Tatis Jr. Alexander. DeGrom. Dynamic duos, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Marte. There's Mookie. Benson the Rainbow, Profar. Taro. Duran. Luetta. And final silver pack. Nick York, Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, and an auto. It is Cal Raleigh. Go Raleigh on the auto. 1990 Raleigh. Couple of autos there in our last box. That will conclude our break. Let's get into our recap. Starting off with the numbered and variation hits. Elias Diaz, Noel V. Marte, the team card White Sox, Randy Vasquez, the team color border, Darrell Hernandez, Eguy Rosario, Jackie Robinson. Randomize this one. Arias Otani Ozuna. Average leaders Montes, Schneemann. Team logo Ronaldo Lopez, Taijuan Walker, Bryce Miller, Ryan Feltner. Team logo Bennett Casparius, Cutter Crawford, Isaac Paredes at 74. George Brett at 99. Jose Iglesias. Got it. Gold mirror image variation. Duke Ellis. Zach Geloff. Pittsburgh Pirates team card and Marcus Stroman. 61 of 74. And starting off with the relics, then our autos. Sander Bogarts, Major League Material Judge, Major League Material Alvarez. 48 of 50. Springer. Paul Goldschmidt, both in the City Connect relics. Matt Olson, Dave Festa Major League material. And for the autos, Dale Murphy, Cade Povich, Richard Fitz, Will Smith, and Kyle Raleigh. We're going to get there, Christopher. We are going to get there. And on our back wall, we've got Garrett Mitchell, 9 of 10, City Connect relic. I got a pair of home field advantages, Trey Turner and Vlad Guerrero Jr. And I got the one causing chaos for Kenneth in the best way possible. 4 of 10. The acetate for Stephen Kwan. And before we let you go, randomize multiplayer cards, starting off with the dynamic duos. We're going to go all left and right sides. Coming up next, we've got Panini Select Football for Boxer, break number 4. Coming up at 6 o'clock. Top of the hour. There we are. Good luck to both. 5 rounds here. Side on top. After the 5 rounds, we'll be getting the dynamic duos on around here, and it is going to the right sides. Go all right there. And our average leaders. Reyes, Otani, and Ozuna. From the Braves. There are 5 rounds here. Good luck to both. Or all 3 actually in this case. 9 entries there after these 5 rounds. Who is going to be on top? This one is going to the Showtime spot. Shohei Otani out of 74. The black parallel. And with that, everyone, it will wrap us up here for the 2025 Topps Series 2 Baseball Hobby. Case break number 10 here on June the 18th. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. Again, if you're going to join that next break, 2024 Panini Select Football Hobby 4-boxer for break number 4. If you're going to join us there or any other breaks today, we will see you there. If not, take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.